Alright, welcome back to Ultimate Classics Special Part 3, the conclusion to this three-part look at Ultimates 3. The second worst, I would say definitely I think it's the third worst limited series of the Ultimate line. Third worst. Worst is Ultimatum, second worst is Ultimate Power. I consider this to be better Ultimate Power because it has better artwork. That's how it's better. So, we now go to the final issue of this series, issue number 5. With this okay looking cover. Yeah, it's just Panther, Hawkeye, and Captain America just standing there. Yeah, out of all 5 covers, the first 4 covers are actually really good covers. Now, I have nothing against how good drawn this cover is. It's just an okay cover. That's really the whole point of this cover. It's just that my honest opinion, this cover is just okay. Alright. And of course we have a variant. I do not know who does this. Just, oh yeah. Robots. Yep, robots. Of course we open up right where we left off in the previous issue where some like Project Ultimate on the record. Yeah, that's something will lead to the next series. And apparently it's explained what the origin of this robot. Apparently Wanda flirted with him and basically made, oh yeah, this Ultron robot is in love with her. And apparently he's the one who sent this fake Venom. Yeah, Venom is actually revealed to be a imposter. It's not really Eddie Brock. Yep. And of course taken out, and who she was looking for. And it turns out the she that Venom was looking for was the Scarlet Witch. That's really the whole point of that. And then pretty much it's revealed that Ultron was the one who killed the Wasp. So basically they kept like the same model Ultron does and merged a little bit with the Vision. Yeah. The Ultimate version of the Vision is actually a female robot, and she had a relationship with Ultimate Falcon. While Ultron had a thing for Wanda. They never slept together. Yep. So he's the one who kills Wanda. That's the whole point of these opening few pages. Yeah. And apparently he wants to create a next generation of robots. And he took Hank Pym out of the equation where he's fine. And of course we see Tony where he's in a glass tube. Yeah, and of course, you have Jen and Hank talking, and then we cut away to Magneto says his revolution is over. Sky rages itself, and of course we have, like, everybody just shocked to see what's going on. And then, they see something coming from the sky, and it's, the Robot Ultimates. Yep. And so after Juggernaut's taken out, and of course, it's revealed that this Black Panther is actually Captain America. Yep. Yeah, it's revealed that he is actually Black Panther all along. It's never explained in this miniseries why he was posed as Magneto, but here's the thing. Guess where this is actually explained? This one plot point which is never explained in this entire miniseries, why he does this, it's explained in the in a lead up to right after an annual that came right after this, the Ultimate Captain America annual. That's where this plot point is explained. Yes, a plot point that is never explained in this miniseries of Cap being Panther all along, and this is explained in a one-shot that comes after this miniseries concludes. Yep. So basically, this plot thread is completely pointless. We cut back over to Pyro and Mastermind where they're going to, where they plan on raping Valkyrie. And of course you see, Mastermind does something very gross by licking Valkyrie's cheek while she's crying. And of course, she somehow gets out of her trance and Mastermind says, men. And Pyro's like, uh-oh, dead men. I'm not going to show, this panel in here because I'm sure if you ever watched on on top of the fourth wall, the review of this issue, this panel is shown. It's Valkyrie chopping off Mastermind's head. Third person to die in this miniseries. And then we see Pyro get his hands chopped off. And I think later on he gets killed, but yeah. And of course, he's like, who dares? I'm still holding Thor at Earth's core. And he's attacked. Like, Magneto gets hit with a hammer. And of course, these fake Ultimates show up and says PH says they take away his sister's body. And he's like, and Shauna's like, who are these guys? And then we have Thor coming out from underground, and he is mad, really mad. Magneto, my word as the Odin's son, you will die this very night. And then fake Thor says, I don't sound like that, do I? Please don't tell me I sound like that. There's one way to make sure. Stop him from talking. And then Thor's like, who dares to mock? Who dares to take an image of a god? And fake Thor's like, why don't you like to talk? Like, why do you talk like that? And he says, guess what? And then we show Yellow Jacket. Guess what, Yellow Jerk? You're screwed. And then we see this awesome splash page of the Ultimates versus Robot Ultimates. And Cap's like, take him out. And of course, Wolverine has a small continuity nod to a series that was suffering through delays at this point. The Ultimate Wolverine vs. Hulk series. I kind of wish you were the real Hulk. Me and him have unfinished business. And of course, the Ultimate just slashed right through it. And of course, we have Hank. I forgot. This actually is the only time he does in the series where he grows giant size and rips off Ultron's head. And then Janet's like, I've never seen you grow to this high before. Because Ultron ticked him off. And Janet's like, if you shrink down, I'll give you a kiss. And of course, Cap takes out his robot doppelganger. And of course, Wops explains to Magneto that it was these robot that this robot who's Yellow Jacket, he's the one who killed Scarlet Witch. He's like, am I really supposed to believe that? And of course, Hawkeye basically says, just shut up for once. And then Pietro, he fires his arrow at Magneto, and Pietro takes the hit, and he gets wounded. It says, Hawkeye, and Jan's like, Hawkeye, what did you do? Hawkeye's like, the job. Can I go die now? And Magneto's like, no. And then he takes his fortress up to the sky. Yep. And of course, Thor is like, he still wants to take him out. But he takes Thor's hammer. It's not mystically charged like in 616. And he's like, my hammer. And after Valkyrie catches him, he's like, we'll get it back. Now, come here. I missed you, handsome. Yeah, we got nothing we can do with the altitude of speed. And he's gone. And of course we have, in Magneto says, him basically mourning Pietro being wounded. He's kind of unconscious, but he's fine. And Barton's taking on the stretcher. And of course Kazar and Shauna want to go with the Ultimates to the city. They do. And of course Cap is and of course we kind of end this little thing with Pym. When we get back, you're still under house arrest. Pym's like, what? You're lucky we didn't have you sent away for violating the terms. And Hank says, violate this. I've taken all that crap I'm taking from you. I'm the hero here, and you can't accept that. And of course, Lap's like, I still lead this team. Cap, you messed up with your whole Panther charade. I needed you back in New York City, and you were nowhere to be found. Hank rose to the occasion. He earned his place in the Ultimates. You don't like it? Find another team. And Wolverine's like, I need a beer. And our comic ends basically where somebody is monologuing over the failure with a robot. And it turns out the person who was really behind this whole fiasco, this whole story, is Ultimate Doctor Doom. He is the person responsible for this. And he's drawn like 616. Now here's the thing. It is later retconned that this is not the real Doctor Doom. This is actually Mary Storm. Sue Storm's mother, who's posing as Doctor Doom. Yeah, this is retcon Ultimate FF, and of course this kind of does lead into Ultimate, but yeah. This issue, like a majority of the series, is bad. It had a pretty decent conclusion to it. But so far, in about 5 issues, you had at least, you had overall in these 5 issues, you had about, I'd say about 4 deaths the whole series. They kill off 3 members of the Ultimates, and they also kill off, actually 3 members of the Brotherhood and at least 1 Ultimate. So you have 4 deaths in this miniseries. 3, at least one of whom was actually killed in battle. So I gotta praise Eunice for actually fighting Thor before Thor killed him. Valkyrie is just cold-blooded, just kills Mastermind, and it's implied Pyro gets later killed by dinosaurs. So you have 4 deaths in 5 issues. Well, including 6, like 5 if you include the death of Ultron. Yeah, so Ultron is not as powerful as he is in 616. He's just a robot who's obsessed with the Scarlet Witch. Yep. And my guess is the reason why the Wolverine was included in this miniseries. I do have a theory for this. Because the following year after this miniseries came out, the Wolverine Origins film came out. A film that was bad. Yeah, that's just my theory. Another theory I have is, well, I think also, well, that's just my theory why Wolverine's here, and they wanted to have this sort of tied in because you have the Brotherhood, so you got to throw in somebody from the X-Men. So why not throw in the most popular character in comics? Just throw in Wolverine. Okay, fine. So Wolverine is there for popularity purposes. As for why Magneto is there, Scarlet Witch. That's the only reason why. So I give this particular issue, issue 5, a 6 out of 10. And I give this whole series a 6.5 out of 10. It is bad, but it's still an okay read, and it is readable. It's not disgusting like Ultimate Wolverine, which comes right after this. The logo is fine. I would say the best thing about this, there's 2 good things about the series. 1, Thor being awesome, and 2, the artwork is actually really good. Though Cap, like this whole little plot thing of Cap being Black Panther, yep, so you have plot points, at least that, one thing I can't praise issue 5, there's hardly any plot holes. Well, there's one, but it does get followed up on. As for the rest of the plot holes in this series, well, there's a majority that does get wrapped up and does get filled in with this last issue, but there's some that are completely unexplained. Yep. Like Wasp showing her wings when she's regular size, even though not supposed to be there. And like anybody who had read Ultimates 1 knows that the reason why Hank was kicked off the team in the first place because he beat up Janet, and now apparently Janet forgave him. I don't know. And he's back on the team. And of course, Cap is under the delusion that he's in charge of the team, despite the fact he gave the leadership spot to the Wasp. Which, okay, that's fine. Because also in 616 she has led the team on a few occasions, so at least Jeff Lowe pulled that from the Ultimate Universe as well. Quite possibly one of the biggest problems with this series is that certain characters look like their Ultimate Universe, look like their 616 counterparts for really no explained reason. My guess is it's because the artist Joe Martino is probably used to drawing these characters that way. As for why some stuff has changed, that's basically been the Ultimate Universe since almost the very beginning. Completely unexplained. So, yeah, that's Ultimate 3 for you. An okay miniseries, but it's at least better than Ultimate Power, because it's not Greg Land on the artwork. Yeah, that's one thing you can definitely say that series is better at. it's better not having traced artwork in the whole series. Alright? So, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned when we get a chance to do episode 1. Where, in episode 1, I will cover the first 2 issues of the first Ultimate Maxi series. So, until I decide to do that, I'll see you there. Probably audio only. Okay? Bye.